So we have 11A, Luis Eduardo Mexicano, regarding documented incidents of anti-Black racism by Toronto Catholic District School Board. Please come to the podium. And just a reminder for you not to use any names of schools, names of people. If you do that, then I will stop you. We will turn off your microphone. Technical staff, please be ready for that if that's necessary. Thank you. So please go ahead. You have 3 minutes, and we'll be timing you, and we'll also ask you to finish at that time.
Good evening. I am here in my capacity as a community advocate for a family that has been struggling to get accountability from staff of this board for numerous documented grievances they have had to endure. As mine is not a private delegation, I will refrain from mentioning names of staff or the school involved. My focus today is on incidents of anti-Black racism, which we have documented. We have aired our concerns to various community partners, several TCDSB staff, and the Ministries of Education and Children and Youth. I would like to appraise all of you of the incidents that have taken place and provide you with some suggestions of how to combat this anti-Black racism that, in my personal opinion, is very much present in your board. This year, a staff of European heritage in your board found it fitting to utilize a racial slur that has been directed at the Black community for centuries and sadly is still alive and healthy within your institution. I will simply refer to it as the N-word. This staff used this slur very casually in the presence of a family who was shocked and protested the use of the slur. The family requested a meeting with the staff supervisor to discuss numerous concerns, including the use of the racial slur. At this meeting, the same staff stated they thought they were, quote, speaking with adults, end quote, when they said the word, and, quote, didn't know you were so sensitive, end quote. The staff also repeated the racial slur. The staff supervisor silenced the family's protest when the family advised the staff that the person should not use this word. The staff's response was a statement to the effect of, I don't know how things are where you work, but things are different here. In my opinion, this statement is a clear indication of systemic racism. Dear trustees, is there any context that makes it acceptable for your staff to be allowed to utter anti-Black racist slurs? Should your staff be able to repeat these slurs in the presence of their superiors and families who are clearly protesting the use of such language? What has happened in this institution and the governance of it that has allowed for staff to feel bold enough to utter the slurs and tell protesting families nonsensical justifications? As trustees of a public board, you have the responsibility to foster an environment that protects parents and the general public from exhibitions of racism such as the one I have described. As a board, it is your duty to ensure staff are upholding our Charter of Rights and Freedoms and laws such as Bill 114, the Anti-Racism Act. On our end, we acknowledge the support and hard work of the African Canadian Coalition of Community Organizations who have treated the family with more dignity on this matter than your own staff. We also want to acknowledge the work they are doing within the African Canadian Advisory Committee of the TCDSB, and we are asking you to endorse and adequately resource the work they are doing and the agenda they are pushing to address the concerns of anti-Black and systemic racism I am raising. We have presented your staff a list of action items we would like to see implemented to resolve our concerns. I assure you these incidents will be an embarrassment to the board in the public eye, and you currently have an opportunity to resolve this issue to the satisfaction of our community. We also urge you as a board to take concrete steps to enact much needed policies and protective mechanisms.
Please wrap up, your time's up.
For families and students who are victims and witnesses of racism in your board.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mexicano. Trustee Piccinini.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to thank the delegation for coming in and moving receipt and referral to staff.
All right, thank you. Seconded by Trustee Crawford. Trustee Davis?
So I'm happy to second it, but I'd like to be understanding if it's receipt and referral to staff, though I'm assuming that trustees will be understanding what's coming out of the outcome to be making sure that we're responding to the concerns here. Through you, Madam Chair.
Trustee Piccinini, you did move receipt and referral to staff, correct? You moved receipt and referral to staff? Yes.
But as a board, and given what we're hearing this evening, I'd like to be understanding that staff will be informing trustees of what comes out
All right.
of this in terms of resolving what we've heard this evening.
Madam Director?
Yes, of course. That will come back to trustees in a fulsome report.
Okay, when can we expect to hear something?
August, September? Mr. McGuckin advises the investigation is ongoing, so likely the September board.
Okay, so August or September at the latest, hopefully?
Yes, September at the latest.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Trustee Rizzo.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. I'm wondering if you could tell me, you said that you had some recommendations?
Yes, absolutely. I had a limited time, so I couldn't.
No,
go
I
into it.
understand that, but you said that our staff had those recommendations. Is that
Yes,
correct?
it was emailed this morning.
It was emailed this morning. Did you copy the trustees?
I did not. I was coming here to make the deputation. I could refer that email to the trustees if you wish. I would just need the...
That would be great. I'd like to know what recommendations you have. And the second part, I think that might do it.
I would just need an email address to send to, and I'd be more than happy to do so.
Well, they're all on the TCDSB website. And you do have a written delegation?
I can also avail you of that. I didn't have it
Well, the recording
today.
secretary will require that.
All right.
So if you could provide that.
No
It
problem.
also has the recommendations in it?
That does not, but I can also avail the secretary of
Okay,
that.
great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Madam Director, would you like to,
Yes, Madam Chair, if it's easier for the delegate, we can forward the email to trustees that has the recommendation, so we'll do that by tomorrow morning.
Could you please CC me on that email?
Yes.
Thank you.
all right, thank you very much. All in favor of receipt and referral to staff? Trustee Crawford, Poplawski Davis, Tanwen, Delgrand, Kennedy, D'Amico, Rizzo, Tony, Piccinini, Andrewchuk, and Martino opposed. Seeing none opposed, so that carries. So thank you very much, Mr. Magicano.